So we got Henry at the gate after the sheriff thing, and we did a few things in Henry's case. We got a few videos showing you guys. One of the main things that we did, okay, and so we didn't have time, for him to give me paperwork so. The first thing I had to do is, okay, I need to get what we need to have in place for Henry structured. So I made the lawsuit, the RICO. And I went with the RICO because we found out when we're doing the RICO, okay, they want to stall. They start playing hot potato. The judge don't want to take responsibility. They start switching it around and sending it all over the place, or they just make them, like in this case. I didn't know how. I never thought they would do this. Just okay, they filed something, but it doesn't matter. And this is just how we handle the state situation here. And the goal is to get your deed out of their office, get your deed delivered. That's the goal. And the big picture goal. The small picture goal is beat them over the face with this. The RICO thing, it's a whole new layer of stuff. And then you come in with your notice of fraudulent conveyance and your notice of less pendants and a judicial notice of less pendants that you actually file right in the case, like a document. And the state attorneys and the judges, they rely on statutes and codes, administrative codes, not valid laws, because they don't contain the three elements the Constitution requires to be a valid law: acting clause, title, and a body. And once a federal claim is raised, the state jurisdiction ends. When you use federal case law and federal acts in state court anyway, it's a wrap. They can't respond to it. This would be a good way to get control of your case. You don't even have to know what you're doing. You just have to know that they can't respond, so they can't argue whether you got federal case law right or wrong. They cannot argue. Oh, the superb beatdown. Winningcourtnow.com. That's where you get that shit. The orders issued without constitutional authority are void. And then we have the counterclaim strategy where we add the judge, because the judge is getting paid by the state and there's conflict of interest. We add them, and if you're in the eviction process, while you're looking at this, then you add the buyer and the buyer's attorney. We don't address the foreclosure situation at this time because you don't need to. All that does is that muddies the water. And here's, Henry's case. We got videos showing the documents right up there. I just Google it and name a YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is where you go to watch the updated instructional videos for the lawsuit packages that you invest in. And so this RICO filing adds a double layer of protection. It exposes the fraud, every actors, and their it allows them to visualize their shared liability. And then you can see the other stuff here. We're demanding settlement. We're demanding settlement conference. So you're going to get the verified complaint for RICO for illegal conviction, illegal eviction. We meshed that together because the whole thing is illegal what they're doing. So we meshed it together for the eviction process specifically. And then you got your counterclaim, which you would use if there was already a case against you. If you're not in the eviction process, but they say that's where you headed, then I just go ahead and file a claim. You ain't got to wait for nothing. You file a counterclaim if you want to. The claim is actually for federal court. That's how you do that. You use the counterclaim in state court to crush their asses, and then you file the real lawsuit in federal court. And you take with you a certified copy of the complete docket sheet from the state court with you over there to federal court to show that your rights are violated just last week. You got temporary restraining order. So you can see this is like steel, and it's the real deal feel. Put a link to it in there. You guys can go over and check it out. I'm going to take off and get out here and go get something to eat.